Welcome to the 30-minute podcast, full topics in half an hour with your host, ZZ.
And I'm Mariposa.
And today we are going to look at the art of family.
Ooh, family. Okay, that wasn't what I expected you to say.
Yeah. You ever heard of the show Meet the Browns?
Yeah.
But today we're going to meet the Blackwells.
Okay. There's so much I can say to that because anyway. Hello, how are you doing, Blackwells?
We're good.
Well, I want to just go ahead and jump on into this. We want to, because of, I'm going to be honest with you, because of schedules and even while some people are sitting still, this particular family is making moves. So
yes.
I was going to use the word entrepreneur, but she sometimes looks two times when I say that. So I want to introduce you to Christy Blackwell, the mamapreneur, the momager, the
extraordinaire.
the getting into the world of everything, modeling, acting, all of it.
Yeah, Christy Blackwell.
Thanks, guys, for having me.
Yeah, and speak up just a little bit for us. And then who else do we have with us?
We're gonna wait. What?
We're
gonna wait. I want to wait on that. I want to give Christy her shine. I want.
Well, don't you want to say who all is in the room?
Let me have my moment.
Okay, excuse me.
Thank you.
Okay.
I got a guess on my side.
You do. I'm loving that.
So I'm always David's mama. So let me see. Let me shine for a minute.
There you go, darling. Go for it.
Well, take the spotlight and tell them who you are.
All right. I am Christy Blackwell. I would say, a dreamer first and foremost, right? I live my life on purpose and I really try to reflect every day on what the Lord is telling me to do and be obedient to what he's telling me to do. And I'm hoping that I'll see kind of the fruit of my labor before I leave this place, right? I can see the hard work and it pay off and just know that I've lived a life of purpose. That's really who I am, I think, at the core.
Okay. I like that. And you saying and what you do. But before we talk about what you're doing, let's talk about what you've done. Or as they say, if you from the East Atlanta, what you did. What had you did? Tell us what you did.
This little girl from Southwest Atlanta, right? I went and I thought about this. I'm a product of APS, right? And that means something to me to say I graduated from Atlanta Public Schools. And I went to FL Stanton by Mosley Park. I went to Turner Middle School and I graduated.
You say FL because there's two, there's DH and there's FL.
Yeah. I went to FL right off MLK, right? Summer camps at Mosley Park, swimming lessons at Mosley Park, right? That was my hood. I went to Turner. I was in band and then I graduated from Douglas High School and then went to UGA, of course, played AKA there. But ultimately, so after I graduated from UGA, I started working at Philip Morris. That was my job at the time. And I did sales. And I questioned whether or not the job was right for me because of just really who I was as a person, right? So we would go to these meetings and we'd be in these banquet halls and everybody's smoking around me and I can't breathe and my eyes are red. And I'm thinking, is this really what I want with my life? I don't even smoke. Like, why am I here? Right. And honestly, you guys, for the last 10 years, the question has been, why am I here? What am I doing here? That's been a question that's led me a lot of the way. And after I left Philip Morris, I went into sales and marketing in a different industry. I was working for Southeast Atlantic Beverage. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with them, but they're the bottler for Canada Dry. Okay. And it was a high pressure position. I was an account manager. I had to negotiate contracts with like Racetrack and Kroger at the corporate level. But for me, that job sticks out because one, I was the youngest and the only Black in that position at the time. Everyone was older, white men. And of course, that's probably the business sales industry in general. Yeah. But for me, I was the only one, the youngest and the only Black in the room. And when I reflect on that, I think about the responsibility I had and how I felt like I had to be perfect because I was the only one in that space. And I had to get comfortable with not being perfect and really focusing on progress and moving forward. And so after my time there and me kind of reflecting on what I wanted to do and who I was as a person and what was important to me, family was always at the top of that. And family always leads my decisions. So I always think about my family and my faith. And I decided to leave that position and start teaching And I absolutely loved it in education. And I did that for as long as I could until my daughter's career kind of steered me otherwise.
Nice.
And so we're making 11 years this summer and me managing her career and growing her as an actor.
Well, let's talk about how that came to be. How did you become a momager and just delve down a little bit into how that came to be?
So when Lindsay was little, everyone would tell us that she had it, that she was super special, and you need to get that girl in something. No matter who we saw, you got to get her in something. Why y'all don't have her doing nothing yet? And for me, I just thought, hey, she's bubbly, she's kind, she's friendly. That's it. I didn't really think about a career or putting her in modeling or acting or anything like that. And one day we were actually driving down the highway near our home and we saw a billboard for a company that was doing talent management and talent development. They would grow your child and show them the ins and outs of performing and help you get in front of agents and managers. And that was when we decided to take Lindsay in, and it was called Shine. That was the event back then. I don't think they're in business anymore, but it was AMTC, Actors, Models, and Talent for Christ. And we took her to this showcase, and she learned a 30-second commercial like immediately and got on stage in front of hundreds of people and performed it. And she was 3.5. And it just blew my husband and I away. And we said, there's something here. We have to follow it. And so she continued in that program and was awarded the best actress. Yeah, the best actress for her category. We still have the award. We're looking at it now. And she has this picture that we love where she's like cheesing really big and she's putting up her muscles with her trophy. And like 4 years old, she was in front of thousands of people performing before she won this award. And that was how we got her started. And she met her agent there. And we have the same team from then. That was like 2010. We still have the same team working with her. They've seen her grow and mature. And it's like a family. And they have her best interest at heart. And that's how we got her started. We just kind of followed the sign, literally.
Nice.
Get her there.
Yeah. So you're talking about that you saw something enter in. So let's talk about that cultivation and how easy or difficult was that for you and your husband, Brother Blackwell, to do that same, to cultivate that, and specifically for you as the momager.
Yeah, I think we have to kind of, really be honest with ourselves as parents on what we're seeing in our children and making sure that we are helping them reach their full potential and not projecting our wishes or dreams or goals onto them, but really looking at them transparently, right?
That's big.
And so I just feel like not only with my daughter, but with my son and other children that I work with, they lead you to it. They show you exactly what they're interested in, whether it's, in the art that they draw every day or the poem that they're writing, or like with my son, he was playing piano, looking at YouTube videos at church in the choir room. They always show you a sign, and you just have to be attentive to that and watch them and pay attention and see what it is they're showing you. And for Lindsay, yes, she had the personality, but what I found is she had the drive and professionalism even at a young age. I didn't have to tell her to prep. I didn't have to tell her to prepare or to go and practice. She did it because it was something and is something she wants to do. And so for me, I think when you see that in your children, you see them interested in something and they're putting in the work, it's your job as mom or dad to support that. And for my husband, he's always, been on board because that's the kind of relationship we have. We talk things out. We talk to each other about the next moves for our family and what, the Lord is telling us to do for our whole family. And I just pride myself because I guess, honestly, y'all, people are like, Lindsay's blessed to have you. And I never looked at it that way. Like, I never looked at the fact that me being a mom, supporting my daughter or supporting my son is like this big thing. It's what I do. But they were like, my mom never would have went to all those auditions with me. They never would have sat outside for how long you got to stay in there to do this. And it just never dawned on me that, it's just me being mommy, right? But it never dawned on me that this is really impactful, that she couldn't be where she is or that other children couldn't be where they are without my help. And I guess I just never looked at myself in that way.
Yeah.
And just moving on, you're talking about helping Lindsay and other children. So, we've talked about it before, the connection that we've had, but Lindsay is not the only person that you kind of steered in that direction. If you can kind of, before we talk about what you're doing now, talk about those other things that you've done. I know your son has some talent as well, and then you've also steered the career. If you could kind of, and I know I'm talking about Donovan,
Right. Shout out
yeah,
to Donovan.
our fashion entrepreneur to come to be about. But go ahead and just tell us those things as well.
Right. I met Donovan because of course, I was co-workers with his mom, and he walked into like a event that we were having after school one day, and he had the look. Right. And so I guess in me kind of identifying what that look is or whatever, he had the model look. He was tall, he was slender, he was fashionable. He had big old hair and it was curly. I was like, he needs to get into some modeling. Right. And of course, at that time, it was just me planting a seed now that I think about it, because it wasn't immediately that he decided to pursue that. So after some time, and maybe it was even like I feel like it was like the next school year, we started kind of meeting at school, and we would have conversations about his goals and what he wanted to do. And I was like, hey, the first thing you need is headshots. But of course, for me, I'm always about the most economical way to do that. We don't have to spend money if we don't have to. So let me take some photos. I have a camera. Let's take some photos. So we went outside and, I put some wardrobe together for him. We took photos, and then I took those photos and submitted them to the contacts that I had, and was able to find him representation that way. So he was really my second client, if you will, outside of Lindsay, who I worked with to get representation. So I like to say that I'm someone who can get you started and can kind of give you the platform and put you in connection with people who can kind of grow you and take you to the next level. Because I do it for her. There's only so far I can take you, right? Because at some point, there are rooms that I'm not able to get in yet. Hopefully one day I'll be there, but there are other people in those rooms who can bring you in and grow you and take you to the next level. So when it's time for me to branch off, and pass you on to that next person to grow you, I'm able to do that as well. But it's really just giving advice. I always help people through advice. You can call me, email me, you can text me. I give advice on keeping people safe as well, because there are a lot of scams in the market. There are a lot of people that want to take advantage of you, because that's what we do in entertainment, right? Hey, for $300, I can do X, Y, and Z. If somebody walks up to you in the mall, it's probably not reliable, right?
Right.
But, for me, I guess I've always been someone who said, I'll try it. Let's see. What do we have to lose? Take some photos and let's drop them in the mail. What do we have to lose? Let's reach out to this person and see if they're looking for talent. What can we lose? Nothing.
So does that mean that you are or you are not an agent at this point?
So I am not an agent, because you have some licensing and things you need for that. But I will say that I can categorize myself as a manager. I can help manage you to start your career in acting, and in modeling, I can connect you with people to get you involved with modeling.
Okay, good to know.
But of course, it would be someone who's willing to, spend the time and go the extra mile, because I don't think people really understand like how much time it takes to be in this industry. I mean, you could go to a casting call and be there for hours and then not get it. And you have to take that same amount of time and do it all over again, waiting for that next yes. And so for those people who are interested in getting involved, hey, you can reach out to me, but I would say definitely make sure that you're ready for the time commitment, because it's huge.
Yeah, that may be the piece that people aren't as aware of, because honestly, you all make it look easy. So people think like, oh, I'm about to be discovered, I'm about to blow up. And maybe they are, but maybe they may also have to do some groundwork and put in some time and effort to get to that point, to get to being discovered. Their first big gig.
And before we delve down deeper into this acting thing, I want you to tell us because we talked about what you have done, or if you're in East Atlanta, what you did. Now tell us what you're doing, because you're still doing some big things. You talked about education, but now you've kind of moved that lens a little bit. Tell us about that.
I have. I decided at the beginning of our quarantine to offer parents tutoring services. I decided not to pursue going back into the classroom and to start my own tutoring business called Flex Education. And my goal really was just to provide a virtual platform for parents that needed support in an affordable way and in a flexible way. So you can schedule appointments online, and it doesn't have to be the same day and time or frequency every week. And for me, it was important to just stay connected to, I think, my roots as an educator, because I still want to help kids and teach them. And so I cover reading and math for kindergarten through fifth graders right now. And I've been doing that for the last year.
Well, that's a very needed service in the quarantine. I mean, I know several people that are looking for tutors because just because you are a parent doesn't mean you can tutor your children or all these different subjects that they have to take. And so some of the parents are really being challenged like, hey, I forgot algebra and calculus or whatever it is. And they're like, I need some help over here. So the timing is excellent. And I'm sure you could probably find a few retired teachers that would help you out too if you start looking around for that.
Yeah, I know. I would love that because that's been my goal too, is to provide the parents with what we call highly qualified educators, right? Teachers who have the classroom experience that maybe did not go back or have retired or just, are looking for something different to do. And I would love to kind of, what I framed it was like the Uber, if you will, of tutoring. Like the long vision would be if I could just have like a pool of teachers and you just click on them and grab them. That would be the perfect.
Where was that service when we were in school? I would have been like, hey, help me out. Hook me up.
10:30 and I waited to the last minute to do my work. Can you help me?
Yes, exactly.
I had a tutor like that. It was called Cliff. Last name was Notes.
Exactly.
I asked another story. I asked my son about that, about Cliff Notes. He didn't know. They don't even know about Cliff Notes now.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, do we still have Cliff Notes? Do people still use that?
It probably is Google now. Cliff has changed his name to Google. So we delved into a lot of, and at the end, I want you to come back and tell people again information because they probably do want. There are some people, and because there's a ministry, no matter what your faith base is, there's a ministry in what you said and about that. I could only get her to this level and being able to understand that this is my baby, this is my child, I birthed this child, but I know this is the place that I can get her to. Now I have to hand her over and trust her. I can be there, but I know that I can't get her to the next. That takes something important. So at the end, we're going to talk about, in case some parents want to reach out to you, let them know that there is a fee for that. Like it's not free, but you can help them in that way, as well as, help them as far as if their child does get a gig and become an actor and they need a tutor, you can help them. K through 6.
I'm glad you said that because I also recently was certified for a CLC, which is a child labor coordinator. So in the entertainment world, you have studio teachers, right?
Right.
And so I got the studio teacher kind of in the back of my filing cabinet, I guess. So when opportunity is there, I can kind of go and do that. But then you have the CLC where you just make sure kids are safe on set, follow labor laws and stuff like that. And so that's kind of my next little pocket. So somewhere between Lindsay and tutoring and then working on set with kids and education. That's a
we gonna give them too much. The 30s don't need all of it. They don't need the whole playbook. But we keep saying this name, and Mariposa has been wanting to introduce this next person. So I want to go ahead. We're gonna kind of switch gears a little bit.
Well, we have a wonderful young lady that we're talking to. Right, we just finished talking to your mother, and I want you to introduce yourself. You're a teenager now. You don't need me to introduce you. You can introduce yourself. Go for it.
Well, I'm Lindsay Blackwell. I'm 14. I'm in the 9th grade, and I've been acting for 11 years, which sounds crazy. It sounds like most of my life I've been acting.
That's awesome.
So humble, because I would have said I am the star of.
Yes, he would have said that.
I really would.
He would have said that. But yes, speaking of that, you have quite a few appearances under your belt. You have a couple of shows that you're on now, award-winning. And as I told the IZZ, you know that you made it when you're on a Christmas movie. So when I saw that over the holidays, I was like, yes, that's Lindsay. I was like, she's on the own Christmas movie. Yay.
So if you want, so what that means is that you have an IMDb resume, right?
Yes.
Say it again. I don't think they heard you. Lindsay, say that again, how you said it.
Yes.
But tell us, like you said, we don't need a script for you. Just go ahead and tell us what you've done, who you are, just more about. You said that you're 14 and everything. What do you like to do? Tell us, the people, what you like to do, and a little bit of your resume. Give the people what they want.
Well, I've been in David Makes Man on OWN, and season 2 is in the works, so y'all keep up with that.
Yes.
And I was in Council of Dads and Cooking Up Christmas, which came out last December. I would like to say I'm a normal teenager. I like watching Netflix and playing video games. Yeah, I mean, I try to live the normal, quote unquote, teenage life,
But you have a job.
Stuff. Yeah. But, yeah, I try to, do the normal teenage thing. So it's not all just work. Because I feel like sometimes I do need a break, but yeah.
Okay, so let's play a little game then. You say you want to be a normal teenager. So tell me, Saturday or Sunday?
Saturdays for sure. Because on Sundays, I have a bedtime. I have to go to sleep for school the next day. But on Saturday, I can stay up as long as I want to.
Okay, so we got Saturday. So then I'm asking you, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, or 10 to 12?
Ooh, I would say 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 to 12.
That's a good time.
So tell us what you would be doing. It's 10 p.m. at night, Saturday night. What would Lindsay Blackwell, star of David Makes Man, what would she be doing?
I would definitely be playing Minecraft. I'll be playing Minecraft or Roblox with my brother. I would end up watching Netflix, watching some scary something on Netflix, then getting scared, and then going to watch cartoons.
Love it.
So you put up another one then. Another question for me. So tell me, genre, scary, drama, comedy, or romance, or action?
I don't know. I think I'm stuck between drama and scary movies. But I also like comedy. I like everything, to be honest. But if I had to pick, I would say drama. Yeah, I would say drama.
Is that also your favorite for roles? Do you have a particular type of role that you prefer to play so far from what you've seen?
Well, most of the characters I've played so far, like the whole overall is kind of dramatic, but like my character has those witty, one-liners or something that makes the scene funny, I guess. So I would say those sarcastic characters and the dramatic stuff is what I like to play.
Yeah, we as a people of color in scary movies, there's a whole element to that. You normally don't last past the first couple of scenes unless you make the movie.
Do not like scary movies.
Yeah,
I'm not a scary movie guy.
Me either. But speaking of that, like in terms of different movies, the ones that you like and different shows, who would you say are some of the actors or people that you've looked up to in the industry as you've been coming up?
I would say I've looked up to Zendaya. Like, I know that's like almost everybody's answer, it feels like, but like she's just amazing.
She is.
I've watched her since she was on Shake It Up on Disney Channel. Like, I've been watching her forever. I look up to her. I look up to Yara Shahidi. She's an amazing actress. And she's an activist, too, which I strive to be. So, yeah, I would say those two for sure.
Great.
So you want to, and also when you said Zendaya, I know when Shake It Up, and I remember Shake It Up, having kids that watch Shake It Up, and then seeing this latest that she's done, Malcolm and Marie. Is that the kind of actress that you want to be, where you have a range that wide?
I don't know if I'm going to Malcolm and Marie range.
Yeah, she took it there, boy. That was so believable.
I haven't seen it, but based off what my mom has told me about it, I don't think I want to go that far.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say I want people to see my range. Like, I can play this kitty character, but I could also play this, mature and old character. I don't know. Yeah, just range. So people know that I can do more than one thing.
Right. No, that's good. The other question I have for you is about mentors. And with you having your mom as a manager and her being so knowledgeable in the industry, are there other people that you've looked to as mentors that you actually have worked with directly and interacted with that were able to shape your career, or not so much? Do you feel that's even... Because I would say mentoring, it sounds like an old school thing. It's something that was drilled in our heads when we were coming up in school. Like, you need to have a mentor in every industry and all of that. But is that really the case today?
Do I have a mentor that shaped my career? I feel like I have people that I can go to for like advice and that can steer me in the right direction. When I worked on David Makes Man, my set teacher, Tanisha Seidel, She's helped me with my theater work. She's helped me with, singing stuff. Like we were doing runs during studio teaching and everything. So yeah, I would say her for sure. And then my mom, of course, I can ask her anything. So yeah.
Of course. And that is, I want to go back to something that you said earlier, Christy, when people said, well, to you, it's just the norm. And they're like, that's a blessing. No, it is a blessing. It is a blessing that you all can work so well together and that you're able to step aside if you need to do a handoff. And there's other people that are able to play a role that they need to play. So all of that is a blessing, the way you all work together, because there's some very recent stories of the actor suing the parents. They're trying to become emancipated. The parents taking all the money. The stories are galore, for child actors that went through that.
I wish the 30s could have seen Lindsay's face. She was like, I check my account every week. And Lindsay gave that look. Like, I look at my account. How often do you look at your account, Lindsay?
She's cracking up.
Once a year?
That's trust then. See, there it is right there. That's a blessing in itself. Because I'm telling you, once a week, once a day.
Every couple of hours around here. Look, the 30-minute podcast every couple of hours. Okay?
So, Lindsay, tell the people how they can reach you out if they want to, what they can see you in. You said season 2 is gearing up, but also if they want to reach out to you, social media, let the people know how to reach you.
You can find me at Lindsay Bewell, LindseyBwell, on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And we don't have a release date for David Makes Man season 2, but there's definitely some big things coming for me. Yeah. Some huge things.
Yeah, you got your own website. That's my lawyer just told me, hey, you need a website, and you already have. You had your website for how long?
Years. It feels like probably 6-7 years, maybe. But,
thanks for making me feel bad, Lindsay.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, and what about you, Christy? Where can people get in contact with you?
They can get in contact with me at www.flextutorsnow.com. They can book tutoring sessions there. Link to contact me is there as well.
Awesome.
And we will definitely put both of those links into there. We just want to into the chat. I'm sorry, not the chat, but at the end of the notes.
Yeah, the show notes.
The show notes, they will definitely go in there. But we just want to thank both of you all for coming on. I'm going to not end the usual way because we have 2 of you all. So I want to give you, instead of the 3 minutes, give you 2 minutes just to tell the people anything that you want to tell them, and then we'll end with that.
Oh, you can go first.
She puts me on the spot. If you have a dream, whatever it is, and the Lord is tugging on you and pulling on you, listen and be obedient, and just know that your vision may not look like quite God's plan, but it will all work out for your good.
That's kind of what I was about to talk about. But yeah, I would just say if you have something that you want to accomplish, just make the small steps towards the bigger goal. Yeah, for me, it's just kind of like I'm a dreamer, right? Like my mom is too. But I'm always doing something. And I feel like if you love something and you're passionate about something, just pursue it, even though you may not think it'll go somewhere. Just try.
Yeah, just try.
Yeah.
The art of family. That is so beautiful right there. The art of family. Meet the Blackwells. And when y'all get that, I want my percent. I want my 10% for that show idea. The art of family. Meet the Blackwells with Christy and Lindsay Blackwell. I am the IZZ.
And I'm Mariposa. Until next time. Thanks for joining us. It's our pleasure to have you listen to each and every episode. Please follow us on IG and YouTube. Drop a comment and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. And rate us. 5 stars means you love what you heard. Until next time.